guys, so I feel like this has only taken me like 2 years to finally do this video. Today, I'm here to finally do my video, my take on the new Rihanna Fenty Beauty makeup line. First of all, before we do anything, I just want to give a huge round of applause to Fenty Beauty, Rihanna, for thinking of all skin tones out there. We literally have the lightest color all the way to the darkest color. Rihanna came out with 40 foundation shades. This is how it should be done. There's not just one skin tone out there on this planet. There's so many variations. There's so many skin tones, so many undertones. And it's a shame that most makeup brands just come out with 7 shades, and of the 7 shades, 2 of them are kind of dark and not really dark. So before I say anything about this line, Rihanna, Fenty Beauty, this is how you do it, and I couldn't be more proud. I am actually really excited to finally play with this. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. I've seen people wear a trophy wife everywhere on their face. My order finally came in yesterday, so here I am sitting down, and I just wanna sit down, try the products on camera, give you my first initial thought, and really tell you what I think. And I've noticed that negativity about this line is very touchy. I'm just gonna do it like I always do, give my honest feedback, but be, you know, respectful of it. Also, before anyone says, if I say anything negative about any of the products and people say, well, you weren't invited to the party, I was actually invited to the launch, which freaked me the hell out, but I had to be with my family. So yeah, before anyone tries to come for that, I was invited, couldn't make it, and I feel like we've got it all locked and loaded now, so let's play. Oh my God, I'm actually freaking out a little bit because I've been waiting for this stuff for so long, so I'm so excited to finally get my hands on it. I personally always think it's so exciting that when there's a lot of buzz about a product or a lot of reviews out there and you don't have the products yet, and then the day it comes in, you can finally try it out for yourself. That first playtime is so much fun. So I'm so glad that you're joining me, so let's do it. All right, so first off the bat, I have this primer right here. This is called the Soft Matte Pro Filter. Looks like this. So I'm gonna be applying it with my hands, and I'm gonna be using 2 to 3 pumps. So this is what it looks like. It does have a little bit of color, but once you start smearing it out, it starts becoming a little bit more translucent. Let's apply this. Oh, that smells so good. Oh my God. So as I'm working it in, I feel the primer sort of becoming a little bit more dry and full. So I really feel it hugging my pores and like, The scent almost reminds me, in Holland, we have this soap for babies, which is called Zwitsal, and the scent almost kind of reminds me of that baby Zwitsal scent. If you have that in America, please let me know. But now that it is drying, I'm starting to tap it in to my skin, and it feels very soft. It has the tiniest bit of tackiness to it, like nothing major, but there's definitely something happening. It's more like a hydrated velvety feeling. Before we step into foundation, I am gonna be playing with the sponge. Now, texture-wise, this sponge almost feels identical to the Tarte Quickie sponge. The softness, the bounce, the texture. For foundations, I have 4 colors, including the lightest one, which is 100, and I actually really love the meaning behind this. This was actually designed with albino people in mind, so I think that's amazing. And as you can see, the foundation is pretty liquidy. It is running down my hand, and once I start sort of buffing it in, I do see a lot of coverage, but it feels very thin. And I actually think number 100 is too light for me, so hooray, if you are lighter than my skin tone, which is a challenge, you have options. Pretty much everyone online did say that it oxidizes, so I kind of want to go lighter than I initially think I should go. 120 actually was sold out, and I'm getting the feeling that my color is 120. I'm gonna mix 130 and 110 because 130 looks a little too yellow and 110 looks a little bit too light. I feel like I'm 120, but I will never know until I buy it. Okay, here we go, I'm so excited. Holy hell. Holy hell. Holy, whoa, okay. Okay. Was not expecting this coverage, although I will say it's not like a full coverage. It's more like a medium coverage. It's just that initial swipe is pretty like impressive. But then as you're blending it in, it loses a little bit of its coverage. See how you're like, oh my God, we're off to a great start. But then once you start working it in, it loses a tiny bit of that coverage. So I am noticing that the foundation dries really, really fast. So this is one of those foundations where you do not want to take your time and sit down and like chit chat about life. You actually want to keep on blending it in before it's dry. I am noticing that sometimes it can look a tiny bit streaky and uneven. So I keep going back in and tapping it to make sure that it goes on smooth and opaque. Damn, it dries so fast. See what's happening on my nose? It kind of moves and then you have to go back in to make sure that it's laying down properly. So I've got the foundation pretty much worked into my skin right now. Now for anyone wondering, I have dry to combination skin, whereas my skin overall is super dry, but my T-zone will get oily throughout the day and break apart foundation really fast. And looking at the mirror really up close and personal, my skin looks like a velvet matte. There is still a little bit of sheen going on, as you can see right here, but it's definitely matte. Coverage wise, I would definitely give it a medium. When you start building it up too much to make it a full coverage, I feel like the foundation slips and slides a little bit too much and leaves you with like little dents and little patchy marks and little holes like I showed you on my nose, and it just starts looking wrong. So it does say online that you can layer this to a full coverage, but I feel like you have to be careful with that because it's just not gonna sit nicely. I don't see any major oxidizing going on just yet. I do see that the longer I'm speaking, the more matte my face is becoming. All right, now time for the match sticks. I bought a bunch of colors to conceal with, and I also bought the little set. I will be using, however, the match stick in Ivory. This is the lightest color, and I will say that I think it's a tiny little bit dark. All right, so let's see how it goes. So it's definitely more yellow. When it comes to lightness, it's about as light as 110 and 130 mixed, the foundations, because it's a pretty dead on match. It's just more yellow. Okay, so I'm working it in, and it looks really dry. Now again, I do have dry skin, so maybe this product just isn't for my skin type, but just doesn't want to blend into the skin nicely. It's kind of laying on top. And the more I try to blend it in to give it a nice finish, the more of the coverage it's losing because my redness is coming through here. But if you're oily and your under eyes tend to like eat up product a little bit, this is more of a dry formula, so maybe this works for you. Okay, now that that is secured, I do want to look into the Amber Match Sticks. This is a contour stick, especially for light skin. If you don't know me, if this is your first time watching me, I am the biggest loser at doing cream contouring. I even did a big dedicated video on it, and you can watch it somewhere over here on the screen. So the only product I can cream contour with, this is the Clarisonic foundation brush, and it's the only tool I can actually blend out my cream contour with. So I will be trying it with that today. If you are a pro and if you can do it with a sponge, by all means, show me how it's done because I can do it. Now that is a contour, baby. I do really, really like the tone of it. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's a little bit dark, but like we still have to powder our face. So I really like this tone actually. How much are we gonna bet on the fact that Rick thinks I'm masturbating right now? So I'm not gonna powder my face, I'm gonna do my brows, and I'm gonna do my eyes, and then I'll be back to talk about all of the other products. All right, so I am back, and I quickly did a very easy eye look. I put Trophy Wife highlighter, the single highlighter called Trophy Wife, basically the highlighter that everyone and their mama is talking about. I put that color all over my lid, into the crease, blended out the edges, and I put this one, and I put this duo highlighter called the Killawatt highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal on the inner corners, a little bit of brown on the lower lash line, and some lashes. nose. And that's a very, very simple eye look. But honey, it may be simple, but it is striking gold. I chose to apply Trophy Wife onto my lids because I am as white as paper. And if I would apply Trophy Wife onto my cheeks as a highlighter, it would look like Mila took a sparkly piss on my cheekbones. And you know what? I'm completely fine with it. There are 1,000,000,001 shades of highlighter for my skin tone, so I'm so proud and so glad to see that there's finally a unique and interesting shade for the deeper, darker skin tones. This on deeper skin tones is absolute life. I know it can pull a little bit green on some people, so definitely swatch it before you buy it in store at Sephora. If not, go look up a bunch of the trillion, billion reviews that have been done on this launch. Also quickly talking about the Match Stix, I really like the contour shade. I feel like it contoured me beautifully. The Match Stix are a cream to powder finish. So what happened for me with my dry under eyes is that it'll just look like dry ass paper. So the Match Stix for dry under eyes, no. If you are oily, if you have oily under eyes, I think these will be way better. They will blend way better, sit on the skin way better. For me personally, no. So before we finally go on to contouring, I'm gonna do a little bit of quick bronzing. Some blush. Okay, and then now for my favorite part, the part I'm the most excited for, the highlighters. This one right here looks like it's gonna be the best for my skin tone, plus it's on my inner corners. This one is a Killawatt highlighter in the color Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. Now, I also wanna show you this one. This one looks like a setting powder, but this one is actually the color Metal Moon, and it looks white in the pan, but the sheen slash glow of it is like a golden yellow gold duochrome. The base definitely is very, very white toned, but like the sheen of it has that golden yellow gold chrome to it. These two right here are really cute. I really like this one to beam up the lid and to like beam your skin up. These are more like blush poppers to me. When I have a blush that I want to pop a little bit more, this is where it comes in perfectly to give it that pump. But for today, I'm just gonna focus on Metal Moon and the Duo, the lightest shade. But what I'm so excited for, this brush. When I saw this brush in all the Fenty Beauty videos, I was like, oh, and they say it is shaped like a shark's tooth. Do you see it? Do you see it? So first I'm gonna dip my brush into this side right here. Oh God, oh no. See, I told you the matchstick is hanging on for dear life. So any movement and friction is like disrupting it and letting it go. So I see redness of my skin underneath coming through. Okay, going in with Metal Moon. So even though the brush looks amazing in all the videos, right now it's disrupting my base too much because of the matchsticks. So I'm gonna go in with my trusty highlighter brush and try to save the day. Okay, there we go. That's way better and way softer on the skin. And I definitely feel like Rihanna is known for her beautiful skin, like her ultimate glow. So I'm gonna glow this up even more. And especially with the foundation being so matte, I'm okay with pounding on that glow. Okay, and now it is time to finish off the look using the Gloss Bomb. So let me just... My gloss wasn't in my package. Yeah, so my lip gloss isn't in my package. And I am 100% sure that I actually ordered it because I was like, oh, this gloss is going on my lips. For now, I don't have that gloss. Going in with this Maybelline lipstick in the color Beige Babe. And then putting a super sparkly gloss over top to kind of get that look. So here is an extreme up close and personal look at the foundation on my skin after everything is done from start to finish, setting spray, everything done. And this is what we're looking at. Now my under eye area is a part that I wanna pick from my brain, throw out the window and never think about again because the matchsticks did not work for me. I think overall the foundation is okay, but it's just not for my skin type. It's just, I'm way too dry. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a very up close look at what we're looking at for this. And that, guys, brings me to the end of this video. I feel like the highlighters are definitely buildable, but I expected a little bit more. They are very glittery instead of glowy. I do like the amber matchstick to cream contour with. With the Clarisonic, I feel like they worked great. It blended out really nicely. So I definitely see myself using that more and more often in the future. Now, I know that people who love Fenty Beauty love it hard, and any negativity surrounding the brand, they fight hardcore. But I'm just here to tell you about my experience with the products, and just remember that every makeup product works differently for everybody on planet Earth. What may be amazing to me and a holy grail to me might be an oh god no to you. So every skin, every person is different. Just the fact that they launched 40 Shades is a huge success in and of itself. So I feel like definitely Rihanna and Fenty Beauty have given an amazing example, and I hope and wish and do think that brands will follow. But just I'm waiting for a full coverage do we finish foundation, girl? So yeah, that is how I experienced these products for the first time ever. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to get a notification every time I upload. I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.